Dick Walker. And he said, if you'll be coachable, hey y'all, he said, if you'll be coachable, see, they're coachable. If you'll be coachable and you'll work hard, you can change your life. And I listened to him. I listened to everything he told me. I understood a concept early called financial interest. He had a financial interest in me. What does financial interest mean? It means that if I make money, he makes what?
Money.
Money. If I make more money, he makes what?
More money.
More money. If I make a lot of money, he makes what?
A lot of money.
That's called a financial interest. Every one of you right now has a vice president who has a financial interest in you. Their advice to you is how to become successful, not just in business, but in life. It's the magic of Primerica, is that it's not just about business, it's about life, it's about relationships, it's about spirituality, it's about fitness, it's about health, it's about giving, it's about significance. It's very different than anywhere I've ever been, where you can bring somebody into the business and pour into them and believe in them, and as a result of them succeeding, you become more successful. That doesn't exist in many places. I'll never forget when I first got to meet Charlemagne. I mean, Charlemagne was a cab driver. He was a great guy. They showed me a picture of Charlemagne when he first got started, when he was 26. He was a cab driver. And he had that same enthusiasm, that same energy, that same excitement that he's got today. He had that then. And I saw that. I saw this is a good guy. This is a guy who will work hard. This is a guy, if I help him in any way I can, maybe he'll believe in himself and do the work. And he did. And he did just like Dick Walker did for me. Dick Walker believed in me and Patty when we didn't believe in ourselves. This is a magical moment. You are a part of a magical team. I mean, just understand how rare this group of leaders is. So as a result of this group of leaders, your leader, Charlemagne and Marlene last month, got a $102,000 bonus for the month of December. And you all are just getting started. Because you have layers of leaders. Tesla and Gerda and the Verties and what they're doing. It's unbelievable what you have people here that know exactly how to coach you and direct you. And if you'll listen, you can have a magical life. You can have a magical life. I listened. Patty and I listened. We made mistakes along the way. I promise you, we made mistakes. But overall, we listened. We got back. We didn't always get along, but I would figure out he has a financial interest in me. He's not going to tell me to do something that's not in my best interest because he'd be hurting his own pocketbook. It was a very simple concept to me. Do y'all get that? Do you understand? Well, what is it like now? What is it like now? What's happened? So I'm 68 years old. I'll be 68 years old in 2 weeks. I've been doing this will be my 46th year. I started in 1980, coming out of college, 23 years old. And Dick said, if you listen to me, you will live a dream life. And I live a dream life. I've got an amazing family. I'm the most fortunate guy in the world. I'm married to this wonderful, wonderful, happy, positive, fired up, best friend, business partner, the greatest mom, now the greatest grandma in the world. And we live a dream life. When COVID hit, we found out that, okay, we could actually do this on Zoom. I don't recommend, but it was really good for us as a coach, as somebody who's not having to be at a kitchen table anymore. Yeah. You know, if you do this right in 5 or 10 years, if you don't want to go out in the field and write sales, you won't have to. I happen to still love what we do. I love meeting with clients. I just don't have to. I do it because I choose. But we live in Philadelphia. We have an apartment near our grandkids and our office. We've got a home in Margate, New Jersey on the bay. We're there in the summer. And then my dream, that was Patty's dream, was to have a house on the water near the beach. And then we moved to West Palm Beach. And in the winter, 6 to 7 months, I lived at a country club community. I'm a golfer. I dreamed of that since I was a little kid. I used to work at golf courses. I used to clean golf clubs. I used to pick up golf balls. I worked around all these rich people. And I said, I can't work for these people. I need to be one. Okay? And you can do that here. You can do that here. And I challenge you to do that. And here's the thing. It's not like there isn't evidence that it works. You all are every day around people that are skyrocketing their incomes. But they're skyrocketing their incomes because they get up every day and they work hard to get better. They work hard to build their business. And so we now get to do what we want to do, when we want to do it, where we want to do it. I mean, it's mind-boggling to have freedom, time, and money. To have freedom and the time to do the things you want. And then the money to know that your family is set forever. And that's what we have here. That's what each of you have in your hands. And it's only getting better. We just came back from the senior leadership meeting. What this company has planned for us is mind-boggling. Everything is in place right now for you and your family to use this Primerica system to change your life. And I want to challenge all of you to do that. I love you. I appreciate you, your coaches. There's no greater joy than to be able to work with Marlene and Charlemagne and Tesla and Gerda in the $2 million earners. And I sent Glenn Williams. I sent Glenn Williams our goals. And I told him I thought when we go back to the convention, we'll have $8 million earners. And I know at least 3 more of them are coming from this room. Okay? So thank you all very much from the bottom of my heart. Anything we can ever do to help, we're here. And we're going to be in Clearwater celebrating. We're going to be in Clearwater celebrating your success. Because what Andy Onstead was doing in the last meetings, you all took over and did. In this last quarter, you all put the numbers on the board. You all led the way. The Geneston hierarchy is on the move. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
All right, team, let's make some noise for John Levin. John Levin, make some noise. All right, Coach, we got a special recognition. Stand up. Special recognition from Coach Charlemagne Jerusalem in the house.
Of the best. Let's put you up for yourself to be tonight. So to me, like you heard Coach Olavi, the story behind this in 1996, May 1996, I get my license, I get promoted to district leader, and John came in the office, and John looking at me and says, listen, you're gonna do something big in Primerica. At that time, I didn't believe in nothing, okay? I thought like it was teasing me. But every time after that, he says, man, every time John sees me, he says, man, you're special. And then guess what? Little by little, I keep saying to myself, I'm special. You don't understand, from a taxi driver, and somebody says you're special, you become special. Is that right? Especially if a white man says you're special. John, listen, I'm so excited because he said, you know why my special people to us. We know where we came from. One thing I admire about you never look at people down. You always are highly speaking about other people. And every single day, this organization that we built today is because of your leadership. And then I copy you 100% because I see everywhere you go, you treat people very nice. Today we have an organization, which is my white hands of Tesla and Gerda. These guys, they're dear heart in my heart. So John, I just want to thank you. This is a gift that from the superstars hierarchy. So this is let's put up for great John out in the house. Dick working son. They are special people. Let me tell you why. And the whole company. Can you guys be with me? So many can be with me for a minute. See, man, listen, and the whole company has more than about 150,000 licensed people, more than 6,000 RVPs. Guess what? Now, Mark Father, which is Dick Walker, has the most Haitian in the whole company. Not only the most Haitian, the most successful Haitian people in the company. But let me tell you, it's not an accident, John. It's not an accident. And I was talking to Senna, and Senna says Dick Walker is the only man that he knows went to Haiti, Mark, spent some time in Haiti with this project. Wow. With the kids. Dick has something special in his heart for Haitian people. But everywhere you go, you can see Dick Walker, Mark, let me tell you, your father is a special dude. I agree. You agree? You know that? So listen, let's put that over. Go ahead, Mark, push it in the house right now. He's going to share the mic with his bodies.
Thanks, everybody. I want to thank everybody for welcoming us, and my dad hopefully will be here in a few minutes and have some words of wisdom to share as well. But you have such incredible leadership in this room. It's truly unparalleled in the company. So I don't really want to try to build on that, but I want to share some other things maybe for some different perspectives. Because when my dad joined this company, in 1979, I was 8. I joined this company with him inadvertently when I was 8 years old. So think about that for a second, because a lot of us might have kids in the room, and this is an incredible event, really reminiscent of like a Hilton Head type of event. But as powerful as this event is inside here, it's that powerful out there where the kids are. They're paying attention. I learned life lessons in the hallways of these meetings. I grew up in these meetings, and it's super empowering. I'm going to tell you a story. It's actually really sad. I was talking to John and Patty about it earlier, but I think it's worth sharing. So when I was growing up, I had a buddy of mine whose dad was a stockbroker, and a good one. For 40 years, he was a stockbroker. He had a huge book of business, and he made good money. And I'm 53 now. My buddy's same age, 53, went to school together. And we always dreamed about being in business with our parents. Both of us did. Right? Except for the problem was his dad worked at A.G. Edwards. My dad worked at A.L. Williams, Primerica. And after all that time, after when he graduated, he went and worked at T. Rowe Price, worked in a mutual fund department, got licensed in 50 states, worked there for 2 years, developing the knowledge and resume, if you will, so that when he went to work with his dad, he'd get that job. Except they wouldn't hire him. So his dad hired him to be his office manager inside of that office. He did that for 1.5 years, 2 years. They still didn't hire him. Finally, he gave up on that. His dad passed away a few years ago, had a big book of business. His family didn't get any of that. They carved that book of business up, gave it to everyone in the business that was in that office, and it literally devastated him. He's never recovered. How much different is Primerica than what's out there? The money's incredible, and none of us want to give it back, starting with me. But it's so much more powerful than that. Your freedom's worth so much more than the money's worth. And sometimes when you're at these events, it's incredible to feel, you get those goosebumps, and it's just like the power in the room's amazing. But sometimes it hits you at the oddest times. Like when you go to the dentist and you're leaving the dentist and they say, when do you want your next appointment to be? And you say, it doesn't matter. And they look at you and say, well, do mornings work better or afternoons? And you say, it doesn't matter. Well, do you want it, we have an appointment Monday and we have one Thursday, which one do you want? You say, you know what, it doesn't really matter, just pick one, and that'll be fine. And sometimes it's in those small moments where you take that for granted, right? Where it never dawned on me that I would have to ask ask for time off work to go to the dentist or do something like that. But when you respond that way, you're not thinking about it that way. And when they say something like, well, what do you do? That must be nice. All of a sudden it hits you. How privileged you are to have that opportunity that you don't have to think about those things. Kids' birthdays, sporting events, doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, travel. I have friends that say, Mark, you want to go skydiving on Wednesday? And I'm like, yeah, man, let's go. Like, it doesn't really matter what the day is or what's going on. It's been an incredible luxury to grow up in the business and to be part of the business. And I just wanted to kind of share that legacy play is so powerful. It's so much bigger. I know what my dad always preaches is the fundamentals of the business, and John and Patty talked about it. He sold out, 100% sellout. There was nobody that was following my dad that was wondering whether he was going to get to the top of that mountain. He was going to climb it. The question was, who was going to follow him? He always said that, people follow leaders. That's just how it works, right? And it's so much more powerful to show people what to do than to tell them what to do. And that's how we led. And again, he's probably going to be here in a little bit, and hopefully he'll have a whole lot more to share. But I just wanted to share some small insight of kind of beyond the scenes, sometimes beyond what's going on in the business, is really, really powerful. I mean, this is an incredible family reunion. And again, I appreciate the opportunity to come talk to y'all. And I hope my dad gets in here pretty soon and can share some words of wisdom with y'all as well. Thank you so much for having us.